everyone, it's Sonia here, and I'm back with a new style of collage journal. And I have taken this idea from an amazing friend of mine here on YouTube who I've been following for a couple of years now, I think, and she has been doing this for a long time. I did start one of these last year. I only did a couple of weeks worth and I gave up. It just wasn't the right time for me to be doing it. So I did promise her that I would try again, and I have done my first week. So what this is, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, this is a day-to-day journal, but it's using collage images. So it's a really fun thing to do. So basically you find images in magazines that describe parts of your life in pictures. And you can also add little notes to refresh your memory. So like I said, there's someone who does this. Her name is Heidi Hornsby. Hello, Heidi. She's amazing at this. She's been doing it a long time, and I was really inspired by her, so I've decided to make my own. Now I'm just using a Country Style Gardens magazine that I had. I was using this for a different type of collage art journal, but I wasn't using it anymore and don't plan to use it for that anymore. So I thought, no, this is going to be a great background for all of my collage images. So yeah, basically it goes from day to day. So this is my first week of my collage journal, and hopefully I will come back once a week. I don't know if it'll be once a week. It might be every alternate week. We'll see how we go. Of course, some of our lives are more interesting than others. I'm not one of those people that goes out an awfully lot through the week. We mainly go out on the weekends or Friday nights sometimes. But through the week, we basically just work and do our things, and then we're in front of the telly at night. So some of this might be a bit boring for you, but other weeks will probably be more exciting, and I'll probably show you those weeks. But this is my very first week, and it started Sunday the 13th of May. Which just happened to be Mother's Day. So I thought, what a great week to start it on. So basically on Mother's Day, I woke up, I got breakfast in bed, and I got my presents, which is a tradition that I always get breakfast in bed and my presents from my two beautiful daughters. And my youngest daughter, who is 17, bought me some slippers, which actually happened to be almost exactly the same slippers as these ones. Same color and everything. And she also, my other daughter bought me, and this isn't the correct bottle, but she bought me a lovely bottle of chocolate port. I absolutely love chocolate port. And I like normal port as well, but chocolate port in the winter time is just delish. And I often drink it in front of my favorite, you know, Netflix TV series at night time before bed, and it just makes you all cozy. And yeah, so she knew I was moaning that I needed to get up to the local vineyard that sells this port, and she got that for me. So that was, I was very happy with my presents. And then later that day, we went and we walked the dogs in the local park, which was nice because it was a really nice day. And then we stopped at the shops, and they went in with their dad, and they went and bought a whole heap of food, hams and cheeses and pickles and dips, and made us all a huge platter to eat in front of the TV. for lunch, which was really delicious and really nice. And I didn't have to lift a finger. They did it all. And then after that, we watched, my husband watched the football, the Australian rules footy. We're really into football here in Australia. And my daughter and my husband follow a team, and they were playing on telly that day. So they watched the TV, and I helped my youngest daughter, Jennifer. She is at school in year 12 at the moment, and she is doing some sewing, and she is making some dog coats, 4 different dog coats. So I put sewing patterns here, and I put the little doggy on this sewing pattern. Yeah, she's doing, they had to do a formal outfit, and she didn't want to make herself a dress because she's already bought her formal dress. So she asked the teacher if she could make formal dog wear. So that's what she's doing. So I helped her cut the patterns out for that. And then later on, we had arranged that we had dinner at Faster Pasta, which is a nice pasta restaurant here in Australia. I don't know if it's elsewhere around the world, but they have the best pasta you can kind of find around. So, and it's a really good price. And yeah, so we had that for dinner at Faster Pasta with the two, my mother and my husband's mother. And that was my first day in my journal on Mother's Day. So you can kind of get a kind of an idea of what I'm talking about here by journaling with pictures. Okay, so on the Monday, I was inspired by Heidi Hornsby to create this journal, and I've written, "Thank you, Heidi." I should have put this on the page before, but I didn't have room. But I wanted to remember that it was Heidi who inspired me. Not that I would forget, but I wanted it in there. I'll just move this over a bit. I went to work. Now, I'm a cleaner, so you're going to see a lot of cleaning products and bathrooms and things like that in this book, because that's what I do. I do cleaning as a profession. So, and on this particular day, on Monday, there was a new girl, and I had to train her on her first day. So we did that, and when I got home, because I was training her, my shift probably took twice as long, so I was exhausted by the end of the day. So I took a nap on the couch and just vegged out, and my husband took over, and that's why I've got these man hands cooking here. I was so exhausted after work. I vegged out on the couch, and Reuben made us dinner. So he was like, said to the girls, "Your mum's exhausted. I'm going to be making dinner tonight." So that was really nice of him. So you can see the little bits of background. This was the background page, and that's why I picked this book, is because it's all kind of flowers and leaves, and I just thought it would just be really nice to have in the background. I don't have to worry about painting in the background or adding too many words. So on Tuesday, I ordered my GastroLab testing kit. I have had awful stomach pains for many, many years that come and go, and I finally decided to order a at-home kit to check for lactose intolerance. There's fructose intolerance. I think there's a glucose test, and there's also a test for abnormal gut bacteria. And I ordered that test, and they rang up and sent me out the kit today. So I was really happy about that. It did cost a lot, but I'm just sick to death of it. So I'm getting tested for all of that. And then in the morning, my husband went to work, but he rang me up and said he needed to make a trip into the next town if I wanted to go to the charity shop that I like while he did his work business. So I jumped at the chance, of course, to get some more magazines. And yeah, he drives a ute like this. This is like his work car, not with the flowers in the back, of course. And we went off and I went to the charity shop and got some magazines, which was really good. And then, of course, I had a collage day. So I cut up a lot of magazines and I worked in my my other abandoned places collage book when I got home. And Ruben made us these beautiful Vietnamese pork rolls with coriander that we had at a shop a few weeks ago. And he decided to buy this beautiful Asian sauce and cook the pork in it. And then, yeah, we bought our own rolls and bought some coriander and carrot and cucumber, and that's what we had for dinner. And then on the Wednesday the 16th, it was my mum's 76th birthday. And through the day, I just did my my washing and chores because I needed to wait for the family to come home from school and work so we could go visit mum. So we did that. And when we got there, I've just put this Panadol because my dad had a really bad headache. And the first thing I said was, did you take some paracetamol? And no, he had not. Typical man. And I said, why not? And he said, because it'll put me to sleep. And I said, that's rubbish. Paracetamol will not put you to sleep. He's thinking of the stronger drug that my mum takes. So I talked him into taking some Panadol. And within, I reckon, 10 minutes, he said, oh, my headache's gone away. And he'd been suffering all day. And then after that, my parents ordered some Chinese. That's why I have this kind of lobster crayfish with the Chinese writing on there, just to signify that they ordered some Chinese and they offered us some Chinese, but it was their special occasion, and my parents are pensioners and they only get Chinese once or twice a year because I can't afford it. And I'd already prepared dinner for my family, like that was waiting at home when we got home. So we said, no, you enjoy your Chinese, and yeah, we'll get going. So that was my mum's birthday. Then on Thursday the 17th, I hope this isn't boring everyone, I watched Dee Dee Willingham, and she did a journal with some string art in it. So that's why I've got the iPad and the ball of string. And then I gobbled up my mum's birthday cake that I took home with me, which was really nice. This year I changed and washed all of my daughter's bed sheets through the day. And then for tea we had cottage pie, which my father-in-law made for us, which is a regular. He often makes us dinner and we just got to pick it up because he loves cooking so much. So he'll make, if he's making cottage pie, he'll make 3 of them. So he'll make one for himself and my mother-in-law, and then he'll make one for his other son, and then one for us. So that's really nice of him. So I don't got to cook when he does that. That's all that happened on Thursday. And then Friday, it was a rainy day and I had to go to work. So again, we got the cleaning products. So that was through the day, but that night time was quite exciting. You see this big $5,000 here? My husband's granny had passed away a couple of months ago, and left quite a sum of money to my parents-in-law, and it finally came through the bank, and she had promised her 3 sons $5,000 each from that money. So we got our money on this night, which was really nice, and we're going to put it towards our holidays. So yeah, that was very exciting, and we celebrated at their house, and we all ordered pizza. We all ate pizza together, and yeah, it was a really nice night, and it was a relief to have this money come in, and it's going towards our holiday in Europe next year. So that's going to really help to go towards air flights. So that was a really good day. Then, this is my last day because I'm going to start the week on a Sunday. So Saturday the 19th, I found this beautiful artwork here in a children's book, and I worked in my Abandoned Places collage and paint book in the morning on Saturday morning. It's the first thing I did even before I had breakfast because I just felt like doing it and getting into it. So I did that for about an hour or two, and then I decided to clean up. So I vacuumed and just dusted around the house. And then in the afternoon, I settled down for the telly. And unfortunately, I looked at my phone and there was a message from my boss on there from the day before when I went to work with my colleague, and he told us off about a mistake we have made, and it made me cry. I don't know why I cried. I am pretty sensitive, so I'd never cry in front of him, but I was telling my husband and I started crying. I hate making mistakes, and it's frustrating when you don't know how to make yourself remember. Like it was something that we had forgot to do, and it's really hard to say, well, how am I going to remember to do things? Like yeah, so it's kind of frustrating. We have a lot to remember to do in our job, and yeah, so it was probably frustration tears. So yeah, that upset me, but my husband talked to me and calmed me down, and he said, just wait for the royal wedding. The royal wedding's about to start. I've been looking forward to it all week, and I cheered up as soon as that came on. And then my daughter and I had a bit of fun because we put on a couple of old wedding dresses while we watched the royal wedding, and we sat on the couch and I had a cup of tea, and we watched the wedding in wedding dresses, and we actually put on face masks as well. So it was really nice and a bit of a laugh to do that. And then for tea, we just had butter chicken and rice, and that was my week. So you can see the pages in the rest of the book here. I just think they're really great backgrounds to put my collage on, and these pages with the writing, I think I will just stick a page on here for underneath like a background, or I can paint it out like I did this first page. Like this one, I painted out with the purple. So yeah, this is my collage week-to-week journal. Let me know what you think, if you like the idea or if you've got one yourself. And I plan to do up the cover and, cover up the title here, but I'll leave the flowers. And I also made myself another folder with all the bits that I need to do my week-to-week. So I've got all my food categories in here, like Heidi showed in her video. So steaks and hamburgers and roasts and pies and pasties and things. And I've got a category for all foods. So this is things that I don't eat all the time but may need. So it's got croissants and eggs and wraps and all sorts of things, gyros. And I've got crafts and collage that I may do through the week. I've got a section for movies and TV that I might watch. Reading, dog walking is a category because we walk our dogs quite a lot. So, and it's amazing how many pictures I've found with someone walking a dog. I was amazed. I thought I'd only be able to get 1 or 2, but I've managed about 4 or 5 so far. So I'm collecting that category. I've got TVs, computers and telephones. Cooking and baking, so the actual motion of cooking and baking in the kitchen. Tea. This is my work and cleaning at home. Washing and ironing and laundry. Relaxing, so they're all kind of sofas and just people lounging around. Shopping. Health, so everything to do with stomach pains, headaches, backaches, that sort of thing that everyone has. Got words. I'm trying not to collect too many words, but just ones that I may like. I've got a section for winter, which is about to come. I've got drinks, change sheets or sleep. So these are beds, and a category for friends when friends come over or I visit a friend. I go for a drive, which I've only got red cars because our car is red. So sometimes we just go for a drive, you know. It's nowhere particular. I might be just to the Relly's house, but I thought it'd be nice to just have like a car to say, you know, we did get out the house. We went for a drive. Autumn, outings, so restaurants, beaches, things like that. Miscellaneous, so anything that I may do or may need. And handyman for when my husband does work in the shed or the garage, whatever you want to call it. Sometimes he does, you know, things in there, potters around, so I might want to put that in. And then I just have these sort of pictures for backgrounds that I could put in. And that's what I've got so far, but I did get organised tidy. And I also have my little pocket here, which is for the week. So far I've got in here Sunday's pictures, which was yesterday. And I've put a few things in there that I need for Sunday. And then I'll have my list of, for my week, what pictures I'll be looking for. So that is my new journal. I hope you liked it. Please leave a comment and have a great day. Bye.